It's Friday morning. I had to get up kind of early today to go to the eye doctor. So I got that taken care of. I got new glasses coming. And he wanted to dilate my eyes, but I chose to not do that because I do have plans today. I wanted to get out to as many thrift stores as I could to try to find some new inventory for my eBay shop. So right after I got done there, I went to the Goodwill, and for the first time in probably years, I totally struck out there. I didn't find a single thing worth buying that I could sell. Nothing cheap enough. I did find like a couple of things that I thought were good, would be good, but the prices were too high. So I skipped that Goodwill, and now I'm sitting outside of this church thrift store. It's called St. Paul's Resale Store. In is it Maywood? I think it's in Maywood, outside of Chicago. So I'm gonna go in here. It's a pretty small store, and I don't typically find a lot here, so we might strike out here too. There is another Goodwill pretty close to here, so we'll head over there, and then if we still have time, I'll head over to the Salvation Army before going home. So let's go into St. Paul and see what we can find. All right, here we go. This store has this long hallway before you can really get into the shop, and it looks kind of dark and dingy here today, but it's actually a pretty nice store. I like going here. On sale this week, red tickets on clothing. I considered looking at some clothes, and then I decided not to. I got enough clothes here, and I usually don't find any clothing here anyway. This store, their inventory doesn't change over that often, so I don't really find a ton of stuff here, but today I did pretty good, I think. So first thing I'm going to look at, well, I looked at some other stuff, but the first thing I'm going to find to buy is this hat. It's Georgetown Hoyas New Era hat, 950 snapback hat. Um, I'm going to do a little quick search here in the eBay app and see if I can find any comps. And it's like the third sale, the third completed sale is this exact same hat, and it's sold for about $28. It's has an offer on it, so I don't know the exact. When they put the little line through the price, I don't know the exact price that they got for it, but they were asking $28.99, and they took an offer, so I'm assuming $20 ish. I don't know. Um, I'm gonna quickly glance through these other hats, but I was just here last week, and all those hats look the same as what was there last time, except for that Hoyas hat. So it had no price tag on it. I won't find out how much it cost until I get to the cash register. Now here I am. I'm looking in this little aisle. It's like a pet supply rack, and they have this thing here, a PetSafe wireless pet containment system. It's like a setup where you put a dog collar on. It has some kind of a radius that it lets the dogs roam around that thing, and I think it gives them a little shock when they get too close to the edge of your boundaries, your fence line or whatever. I don't really like this kind of stuff. I would never put something like this on my dog. And after looking I've never actually seen one in person. After I open this up and I see these electric prongs sticking out of the collar, it's pretty intense. So a little bit scary, but that thing is pretty valuable. I'll tell you about prices when we get to the end, but pretty decent. And here we have a stoneware Pampered Chef bread loaf. These things, all this Pampered Chef stuff, most of it is pretty good. Some of it is not so good, but if it's really usually pretty easy to look up because it just they have a system of numbers. So you just look up Pampered Chef 586 and you know exactly what you're looking at. This one, the numbers don't come up for anything, but I do know it's a bread pan. It's only 250, so I'm sure I can get more than that for it. And it turns out there's a couple of different models of those bread pans, but this one is pretty decent. Um, and that's going to be just about the last thing I find here at this store. I'm going to look at some more things, but I'm basically heading out to the cash register now and getting ready to get out of this store and move on to the next store, which is going to be the Goodwill. So here we go. What's coming up next is going to be the Goodwill. Here we go. Goodwill. Come on, Goodwill, Goodwill. All right, I should cut this part out. A little bit boring. All right, here we are outside the Goodwill. You can see the sign there, the logo. This is my go-to store, the one that's closest to me and the one that I frequent the most, and I usually do find pretty decent stuff there. Unlike the other Goodwill I went to this morning, I didn't find anything at all. And I'm after this Goodwill, I did go to the Salvation Army, but 2 days, 2 stores in one day, I didn't find anything to buy at all. This store I do find a few things, but nothing. Well, I mean, a couple of pretty decent things, but not very high um, amounts of things. But I do find this cool retro vase. It's made by a guy. I think his name is Jeff Blandford. It says Vol Mod on the bottom, and I was able to Google that and find this guy named Jeff Blandford, who's in Michigan, I think based around Holland, Michigan, who I found a photo from this pot says, this vase says 2005 on the bottom of it. And I found a picture of his art gallery in 2003 that had a bunch of pottery in it that has this exact same glaze, this red, retro, orangish red glaze so I know it's the same guy, even though, signatures are hard to decipher, but Volmod, very easy to see. That thing is going to do pretty well for me, I hope, even though very little sales history on this guy's stuff on eBay, but I do think it's going to be all right for me. And then right across from that vase, I'm going to find a small paperweight glass, like hand blown glass paperweight, and here it comes off the left hand side of the screen. I think it's a pretty nice looking one. It feels good. It's obviously hand blown, and has a $2 price tag on it, which feels kind of high in the moment. I feel like this should only be $1, but I am going to put that in the cart, take it home with me, and it's going to do okay too. So like I said, I'll break down how much I paid for all this stuff and the expected return I'm going to get on it at the end of this video. Oh, so that guy right there walking right past me on the left, the employee is carrying a train set, and it says North Pole Express on it. So I've had good luck with these kind of complete train sets, so I'm trying to follow him to get it, but also trying to search it up at the same time. And I look up North Pole Express, and I see several sold listings for like between like 300 and 600, and so I'm like, I got to get that, but he has disappeared on me. So I am just looking around this store. Where did he go? Maybe he did put it down there and I missed it, so I went back down the aisle. That's the aisle where they have all the holiday stuff, Christmas on one side, Halloween on the other side. So I don't know where he could have gone, so I'm like getting kind of panicky right now because I feel like maybe this is a $500 train set and I do not want to miss it. So I'm looking for him. I like this lady right here with this long trench coat. She was talking to me in the checkout aisle about that red vase. She seemed to know a little bit more about it than I did, but she got a good Patagonia sweater she was showing me. So here he is. He's putting that train set down right here. I guess he's decided that it's not going to fit on the shelves, and so he's just going to get rid of it. So I'm going to snatch that up as quickly as I can. I think he went to the manager to ask for advice. Maybe he's new and he didn't know what to do, but here it is. It's not worth $500. Once I picked it up and did some research on it, it's not as big of a deal as I thought it was, but it's still going to be okay they have a pretty good price on that. So let's go, and I'll get everything set up here in the photo booth, and we can see exactly how much I paid for all this stuff and what I think it's going to be worth. Because right now I've had enough of the Goodwill. I'm going to get out of here with these 3 items and call it a day. All right, so here's everything I picked up on this particular day's shopping trip. Only really 6 items to sell. Some of them are, just borderline decent, and some of them are pretty good. So let's go over them quickly. You saw me pick up this Georgetown Hoyas hat. It still has a sticker on it, so it's in brand new condition. It's got a little bit of dog hair or something on it that I will get off with a, lint brush, but not too bad. Like I said, somebody else sold one of these for $28.99, or at least they were asking $28.99, and then they took an offer. So I ended up at the cash register. This had no price tag on it. The guy didn't even ask me what I thought it should be worth or if I was okay with the price. He just charged me $2.50 for it, and I was okay with that. I didn't even know how much he was charging me until I saw the receipt afterwards. But yeah, $2.50 for this. I'm just going to list this at $19.99. Even though that other one maybe could have gotten $25 or $27, I'm going to just try to move this one a little bit quicker and put a more reasonable price on it. So 20 bucks on that from a 250 cost of goods. Then we have this dog thing, pet thing. You put the collar on the dog, and I've never seen one of these collars in person close up, but look at these prongs that stick into the dog's neck. Like, this is animal cruelty. Like, I don't know how much of a shock it gives out really, but those look pretty intense to me. I wouldn't want this. I definitely wouldn't put this on my dog. I mean, this is way too big for Pineapple anyway, but I would never put something like this on him. So it's not great. I don't feel good selling stuff like this, but it is pretty valuable. It comes with the wireless like transmitter base, and then you could set up boundary. So I think it's like you put this in the center of your property. This isn't the kind where you can set up stakes around your fence or whatever. This just goes in the middle of the property and then sends out a signal to, if the dog gets too close to the edge, to give him a little zap, I guess. It's got a little extra battery here, the AC adapter for the unit. A lot of these have sold without the AC adapter for like between like $40 and $70, just this thing on its own. But the complete set seems to be selling around like 100 to 180 for like brand new ones in the box. Maybe you get $180. I'm gonna put this at 120. I paid $6.60 for it, so hopefully get that full 20, but that gives us a lot of wiggle room if we want to lower the price and move it a little bit quicker. Also at that store, St. Paul, this is where I got this Pampered Chef bread pan. This one has a number on the bottom that says 085, and I couldn't find any with that number until later when I went into the product research. It used to be called Terapeak, and found one that sold for like $25, which is about what I was thinking anyway. There are very similar ones that have a longer number, like it might be like 1,000 something, starts with a 1. I don't know the number, but this one has been used. It's in pretty good condition otherwise. Got a little bit of staining on the bottom. I think this is supposed to be for bread or for meatloaf, and I would guess that whoever used this cooked meatloaf in it because it's got sort of a grease stain. I'm going to list this at 25. I paid $2.50 for it. I'll be willing to drop it down to 20 if I have to. Then I picked up this Volmod vase, very retro. Looks like it's from the 70s, but it's dated 2005. I see this guy is still in operation. I looked at his website and he's still got a gallery and he's selling pottery. Stuff that doesn't look exactly like this anymore, but I did find, once I found his name, I was able to search eBay and find more stuff by him that said both Volmod and his name. Like, this signature is unreadable, but it is Blandford, pretty sure. So yeah, there are, maybe in the last 3 years, maybe 5 or 6 of his pieces have sold. Most of them just sort of shallow bowls, like maybe 9 inches or 12 inches around. And they sell, they're like this tall. Those have been selling between like $60 to $100 for just those bowls. So this big, impressive, like, this is a statement piece that you would put in your, wherever, put it on your mantle or whatever. I think this is going to be worth quite a bit more. If a bowl can get $70 to $90 to $100, then I'm going to put $125 on this and keep my fingers crossed. I think it's going to take a long time to sell because, like I said, only 5 or 6 of his pieces sold on eBay in the last 3 years. But I only paid $6.70 for it. So if I can get $125 for it, that would be pretty good. Okay, right across the hall from that, on the shelf right next to it was this vase, paperweight, and it had a sticker across here. I was hoping it had some kind of maker's mark on the bottom, and when I took the sticker off, it did have this information that says Caithness Fountain, Scotland, and then it has a number, like a hand-etched number. I think it says N51256. So I don't know what that means, but it tells me that this is definitely handmade, hand-numbered, and it's pretty cool. It's got this, it looks like a fountain, but I don't know if this is a fountain in Scotland or they just call this design the Caithness Fountain and it's made in Scotland. I'm assuming it's more of like a tourist souvenir that came from a tourist attraction, a fountain in Scotland, but I don't really know. Anyway, I found one exactly like it. Was in the box. It had a box with it, and it sold for like $39. So I paid $2 for this one. I will mark it at $29.99. It does have a little bit of scratches and stuff on it. I probably could polish that out if I wanted to, but for $30, we're going to let it go as is. But it is nice. I like it. And then the last thing, I was chasing the guy down throughout the store for this train set. And like I said, it's not worth the 500 that I thought it was. It's probably worth 90, but that's still pretty good because I only paid $6 for it. So we'll get all of this stuff listed as soon as possible. This thing, I'll have to take it out of the box, set it up, and test it to make sure it actually works. I'm basing that $90 on that it's complete set and that it works. But I have a suspicion it's never been used. It's torn up here, but I think none of this stuff has ever been taken out. And if you can see this, this is a common feature of thrift store items. Has just a little bit of wrapping paper with a little bit of cellophane tape on there. So this was a Christmas gift somebody got and they probably never opened it. I think it's from, maybe it's from like 99 or mid 90s. So it's been sitting for a while. The box is a little bit banged up, but it's not too bad. And I think we can probably easily get $90 for that. But I only paid $6 for it. So if I can get 60 for it, that's good. 90 is better. I could probably try to get 120 for it, but I don't think we'll get that. I'm going to try for the 90. All right, that's enough yapping. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.